Hi, I have posted a video talking about how to count the value of the gote yose a few days ago. This video, I would talk about the yose theory of sente yose. This topic is very seldom being discussed because yose is not a very attractive topic. And if we simplify the yose theory, it seems to be very easy. We just finish the sente yose first, then we finish the gote yose by the order of size. We start from the big yose and then we finish the small yose. The theory seems to be very simple, but there is actually more to consider when we play the sente yose. This video would talk about what to consider when we play the sente yose. Let's first talk about the double sente yose. Some people think the double sente yose have uncountable value because once I gained the yose with an sente, you still have the right to continue to play. So the value is unlimited. It's very great. But why? Sometimes you see some advanced player or the professional players did not play the double sente yose, but wait until a moment. There are some reasons to explain that. Firstly, I think many Q players already know, in the opening or in the middle game, the sente yose would make the opponents stronger. That means, although you may gain a few points of the endgame benefit, but the opponent's group becomes stronger, would result to a bigger loss. So we won't play some sente yose in the early game. And again, in the opening and the middle game, many sente yose may not actually be a sente. For example, we have the hane and cornet. This is a very common shape. This kind of hane and cornet is a double sente yose in the endgame. But in the middle game, it may not be a sente. White may just tenuki and play elsewhere. And similarly, if white play the hane and cornet, black could also tenuki and play elsewhere. Even if black try to play one tiger mouth, this exchange may not be gained for the white because this tiger mouth is very strong, and it's just not necessary to play this kind of double sente yose in the early game. I think many players know these two rules. But again, there are also other problems. For example, when you play a double sente yose, you may lose the right to choose other kinds of variation. We will explain this a bit later. And again, you lose some core fret. This is very easy to explain because a core fret is a sente. If you play some sente yose, that means you may lose some core fret. And let's talk about point 3. For example, here, the hane and cornet is a double sente. When white play the hane and cornet, black cornet, then this is a sente for the white. Similarly, if black try to play the hane and cornet, then white need to protect. So this is a double sente. However, why? White may not play the hane and cornet now. Because white may choose to play some gote like this. This move could save the 2 white stones. When black play the hane, white could play the hane to connect back this 3 stone. You may argue that white may not gain to save these 3 white stones because black could jump inside the white's territories. But it's just an example. Talking about that, it's possible that after you played some sente yose, you lost the right to choose other kinds of variations. And although not very common, but it's possible to choose a gote yose instead of a sente yose if the gote yose is much valuable than the sente yose. This could be happened. We cannot ignore the possibility of this kind of variations. Similarly, for the single sente, or we call it as the reverse sente, we need to bear in mind the 4 points. But then, sometimes we will heard that reverse sente value equals to gote times 2. That's what I have been told when I learned Go. Actually, this doesn't make sense. This is not logical. This is just some idea that's generated by experience. Usually, the reverse sente value have the value similar to a gote yose times 2. That means if the reverse sente yose costs around 5 points, then it may be as large as a gote 10 points yose. That's what I have been told when I learned Go. But I like this approach more. Count the amount of the big yose. If it's even number, then the reverse sente would be very valuable. If it is an odd number, then we need to calculate very carefully. I think only a few hobbyists know about this logic. Let's take a look. Here, capturing the 3 white stones is a big yose, but it's a gote yose. And here, this is a single sente yose. For white, this is a sente. For black, this is a gote. So after white play the hane and connect, black need to connect. This is the gote of the black. Here, the amount of big yose is an even number. There are only 2 big yose. That means no matter who play first, another side could get the last big yose. Then for black now, black should play the reverse sente. Because after black played the reverse sente, white connect, black could still capture 3 white stones. This is a better choice for the black. If black played the gote yose first, then white could play the sente. Here, connecting would be larger than capturing the 3 white stones. If black captured this, white could cut here to save the 3 stones. This is not beneficial for the black. Black need to connect, then white connect. We could see that white gained the sente yose. So, counting the amount of the big yose would be a very good logic when we try to figure out it is the timing to play a reverse sente. And sometimes, if you are the white, you need to consider this too. Because sometimes, white may not play the hane and connect to reserve some core threat. But at this moment, if white still want to reserve some core threat, then black may play the reverse sente. So, both sides need to consider the amount of big yose. This is the situation when the big yose is an even number. When the big yose is an odd number, then this would not apply. Because this time, if black try to play the reverse sente, then white connect, black capture, white connect. White saved the 6 stones. So, it's better for black to play the gote first. White play the sente, and white connect. Black could get 6 points by capturing these 3 white stones. So, playing the gote is more valuable than playing the reverse sente. But after all, point 6 is only a theory. In real case, we always need to calculate very carefully. For example, here you may argue that there are 2 big yose. So, at this moment, black should play the reverse sente. However, these 9 stones is much bigger than these 3 white stones. After white connect, black capture. White saved this 9 stones, and black could not recover the loss by this reverse sente. So, indeed black need to capture the 9 white stones and let white to play the connect and connect and to rescue the 3 white stones. So this video introduced the yose theory. As an exercise, let's try. Here at this moment, how many points will black lose if black try to play the reverse sente? Try to calculate the answer and tell me in the comment section. This would be a good exercise. And also, after learning this kind of theory, I think it's time for you to try out the 120igor.com. You may try out the 9 times 9 yose question by Terayama. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching and see you next time.